Hi, it's Dustin Lanier. Thanks for listening. Please find me on LinkedIn for original public sector operations content every week. And please reach out to me if I and my team of procurement professionals at Civic Initiatives can help you be a public procurement change agent. So today we're going to talk with one of our new employees at Civic Initiatives, Devin Howard, and we're doing that in context of content we're doing this week on back to school as students go back to college and high schools around the country. It was a good time to pick up what are some of the education approaches in public procurement and how do people learn and grow in the profession. So Devin, welcome.
Hi, Dustin. Thanks for having me.
So Devin, you're new to us and you've been about 4 years in public procurement. So why don't you just talk a little bit about some of the education path that you were telling me about, and then how you tried to build up and learn this profession as someone who's fairly new to it.
Okay, so I went to Central Michigan University and for my master's, and decided to go with a minor in acquisitions just because it was something that I had been interested in and kind of wanted to learn a little bit more about. I became interested in procurement when I was asked by the procurement team at Great Lakes to assist with a few of our just-in-time contracts. So working in logistics, I had to help select vendors for this just-in-time contract, which was a pretty huge contract. And I began working with them and just kind of shadowing like the contract process, the contract management process, and things of that nature, and just became super interested in procurement.
Yep. Yeah, that's a common story. So so as far as like coming towards procurement and then really realizing what it can be. So the content that I did out today was around some of the education options in procurement. And so if people haven't seen that yet, I'd encourage you to go check out my LinkedIn page. I talk about some of the options for public procurement degrees, university certificate programs, and there are some links in there that NIGP and NASPO have put together that are interesting and fairly comprehensive. And I think there's a lot more choices to learn about procurement as a career destination as opposed to indirectly. But let's come back to where a lot of people are, which is maybe they had some education on it or they had an ability to learn it from a job position. The next thing I talked about was internships, where we're able to give people exposure to real projects. I know at Civic Initiatives, we have 2 interns that we're working with, and they've done a great job. And I know that NASPO and I imagine NIGP help with trying to connect on internship opportunities. So if anyone's listening and interested in how you get an internship opportunity in public procurement, please reach out to me and we are happy to try to help. Tomorrow, we'll talk about kind of how you learn from free training options and some of the certification options. But, you know, Devin, you mentioned some of the ability to see some of the work. And I know that at Civic, we've really tried to give you some exposure to several different projects. So talk about shadowing and, you know, being able to see things happen and really see the impact of it, both in terms of when you were in public procurement and then some of the way that we've tried to help you learn some new things with us by giving you exposure to different new projects.
Well, I would definitely say that anyone coming into public procurement, I believe that shadowing and training is an important aspect in just your overall career development and just learning the ins and outs of public procurement. And I believe that it's something that a textbook really can't teach you, Dustin. Just being able to get really hands-on in it is just awesome and just extremely helpful for anyone new coming in. At Great Lakes, I was able to train under a procurement manager and also a team lead, just learning like the contracts management aspect of procurement and also, you know, your regular day-to-day duties, purchase order completion and handling things with requisition management and also vendor and supplier management as well. And at Civic, I will say it's It's been not a difficult transition, but it's definitely different because you have to transition to more of a consulting based environment, which I am absolutely loving. And it's just been great. And again, I just truly believe that learning things hands-on and just really being immersed into the project, it's just amazing. And I love it. And it's so much to learn. And I'm just so excited to be learning and growing at the same time.
And we're happy to have you. So,
Thank you.
so this week we're also going to talk about both some of the free training that's out there and some of the certifications options that are out there through programs like the NASPO Procurement U group has made a lot of its trainings available for free at a foundational level. I know that NIGP has been very generous with their approach to supporting questions of the day and some of the various aspects of how they provide opportunities within the chapter network and through other venues in their mission. So you also have had some opportunity on some of that training. And then from a certification perspective, we will talk about things like the contract management, but there's a couple of certifications that tend to be the primary destinations for procurement folks. And so talk about how you have tried to build up some of your knowledge towards being able to be certified, and then kind of what you view as your path on some of the certification process today.
Sure, Dustin. So I will be taking the exam for the CPPB certification through the UPPPC in October. And I also, in the future, definitely want to become certified through NIGP with their CPP certification. But what I'm doing currently to prep for the CPPB exam is I am involved in a study group. It happens once a week, every Friday. And there are about, there's about 40 people within the study group. And it's hosted by Chris Coghill. She's the procurement director based out of Groveland, Florida. It's very helpful, and it's actually pretty cool. We kind of focus on questions that are related to the CPPB certification and the CPPO certification, which is really awesome. So, I'm getting a little bit of knowledge and detail with the CPPOs. And then, yes, also through the NIGP, there is like a question of the day offered, and it comes directly via email. It might be a multiple choice question, or it might be like an essay type of question. And it's just honestly been really helpful with my prep. And I also do something online called Quizlet that has public procurement, CPPB prep questions and flashcards and things of that nature to also help. And I'm definitely going to take the CPPB course that's offered. I believe it's offered in October. So I'm going to take it a few weeks before I actually take the exam, just to ensure that I'm prepared.
Do you feel like in some of the training that you're able to learn new things that you're able to apply? There's always a balance between learning things in order to take the test and then learning things to synthesize things that you've learned in the past, or being able to say, oh, I didn't know that was a thing. So have you found that some of the study groups and the training materials are helping you become a more capable practitioner of this industry that we're in?
Yes, definitely. Because again, Dustin, I truly believe that there is just a monumental amount of things to learn with public procurement. So I definitely believe that these study guides and the courses and things it's definitely opening up a new world for me.
Well, great. Well, Devin, thanks for hopping on with me and helping me make a little audio piece of content for the week. And we're very glad to have you here. And I think you're doing a great job.
Yes, thank you, Dustin. And again, I'm so glad to be here and just, looking forward to learning and growing with the company. Go Civic.
Thanks, Devin. Hi, it's Dustin Lanier. Thanks for listening. Please find me on LinkedIn for original public sector operations content every week. And please reach out to me if I and my team of procurement professionals at Civic Initiatives can help you be a public procurement change agent.